Hi. Bonjour. Bonjour. We should start saying bonjour.
We should start saying bonjour. Bonjour. But I sing it.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Yeah.
Do you say it?
I just say bonjour.
So I have to go, bonjour. I do it even when I walk in the shop.
Yeah.
And people are like, hi.
They're like, we're going to steal that lady's purse.
Yeah. Yeah. Steal my purse is a karma punishment for singing it.
Singing it, yeah.
But hello and welcome to Pardon Your French, episode we don't even know.
Yeah, welcome to Pardon Your French podcast. I'm Vanessa Chernock.
And I'm Stephanie Lauren.
And I'm just fresh back off the boat from the United States. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks. I left Steph to her own devices.
And she's never allowed to go away again.
I don't really want to go away again, to be honest, but I will be at some point, I'm sure.
Oh, God, yeah. So I did a podcast by yourself, which was lovely to do with Davinia, but the technical side as well. I didn't even know, how to press record. I was like, I forgot how amazing you are at all this technical stuff.
We have been struggling this, just since me getting back, though, trying to figure out, oh, wait, was this how we did it? Is this how we did it?
It's been 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
What could happen in 3 weeks?
Yeah, a lot has happened in 3 weeks. My God.
Tell me.
I went back to my hometown. I stayed in my, bedroom that I stayed in when I was in high school.
Oh,
we were joking. I was like, I slept amazingly. I slept really well because I didn't have my cat, waking me up and telling me how much she loves me in the middle of the night, like they do.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a really interesting trip back. The longer I live out here, the more it becomes clear to me that, that's not home anymore. This is my home. And,
right.
When you go back and all the things that are different and you just not really, I'm just a different person now, as much as I don't think I am that different, I'm very different.
Are you more French cultured than American cultured now?
In a huge way, I am. I would say, one of the main things going back is, I pretty much immediately get heartburn from American food.
Really?
Yeah, because granted, I was also eating a pissed off teenager, because I go back and I want to eat all the junk food that I don't get here. The easy, getting a pepperoni pizza and what else did I have to have?
Dunkin' Donuts.
I did go and get a donut. Yeah, not Dunkin'. We've got a local donut shop in my town called Dawn's that's been open for ever. But it was normally something you go get after the bar shut at 2. You go to Dawn's and they have donuts and sandwiches and pizza, bagels and all this crap. So yeah, it was a bit weird when I walked to Dawn's and got one donut for breakfast.
A donut for brunch,
a donut for breakfast. Yeah, I went to the French bakery in town, Brio Café.
Oh,
yeah, and I asked them if I could leave some podcast cards. Yeah, they were like, yeah, sure. And it was so funny because not long after, I'm sitting having my coffee and my scone, and I'm just hanging out in this cafe, and a woman walked up and saw it, and she went, "Oh, is this a podcast? That's amazing!" And this guy was like, "Yeah, she's a local edge." He didn't say that though. He just sold it for us. He was like, "Yeah, she's grew up here." And she's local. I guess she lives in France now. And so she asked if she could leave these and do this because she does this podcast. Yeah. And the girl was like, "Oh, that's amazing." So I was like, yes. So maybe you're listening. If you're the girl who was in Brio in Arcata last week.
But I was spying on you.
I was right there behind you going, "Yay, my podcast."
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's a really cute story.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then, I actually went to one of the most famous restaurants in my area that I'd never been to before. So my mom and my stepdad and my childhood friend and her mom and her mom's partner and her sister, we all went out to dinner. It was we grew up within a half a mile of each other, which is very much neighbors where I grew up. And it was amazing. We went out to this dinner and we sat out in the garden, and as soon as they showed us our table, it was under this massive tree that had festoon lights hanging from it and stuff. And they were like, "Oh, this is very French. How at home do you feel now?" And I was like, "This is very French.
What?
This is totally ideal." So what have you been up to while I've been away, hanging out with my friends' babies and things?
Oh, yeah, I've been hanging out with my baby because it's now half term. Oh my god. Yeah, it's been long, and it's only like we're only like 2 weeks into it, are we? 2 weeks into it. I was like, I've done a bottle of copper cock gin. Not in a terrible way. I've
No, George, you just like I take my own private mom time and have a G&T on a night.
I do just to unwind after like the day, and I forget how many questions I get asked in a day from like the moment he wakes up his eyes, and it's like, "Morning, mum. What's for breakfast, mum? Oh, did you charge my phone, mum? Do you know where my Oculus is? Have you washed my shorts?" And I'm like, "Bang, bang, bang, bang." My brain's going like fireworks, dang, dang, and I'm like, "Oh God, the day has just begun." Then it's like, "Have you cleaned out the pool? Have you done this? Have you found my inflatable that we lost?"
You could just leave him to become feral. You
No,
know,
I can't.
from what I can see, that strategy seems to work.
I can't leave my kid there. I can't. I like give him space to be filthy, rolling around in dirt, fine. But yeah, no, I can't because my life would literally go to pot in one day if I didn't keep on top of it.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's like the thousand questions. I'm bored. What can we do? What can we do? And I'm like, God damn it! It's literally like every day,
Yeah,
all day.
constant.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Can Jake come over? Can Aaron come over? Have you found this? Can I have this game? Where's my? I'm like, God.
He could have been hanging out with my dad today. I shot him at the pool. Yeah,
Relaxing.
mess. My dad's out here. He's followed me out here for a month.
So I have like a month, so it's your half turn now.
Yeah, it feels, and it's very similar. He's like, "How do I use the shower? Where is this? What is this? How do I get the shopping cart back into the shopping trolley? Like, you know,
Vestibule.
yeah, vestibule with all the other ones. Just like, yeah, really tiny little like cultural things. Then,
Yeah, that he's used to comfort, and
yeah, he just doesn't really, you know,
what is this? I offered him ice, and he said no. Why does he not like ice?
because he's just weird like that.
Yeah,
Well, he's just like.
I thought all Americans loved ice.
No, you know, it was so funny because I was the other day when I was on my way back, we stopped at this diner for breakfast, and she gave us, it was bottomless mimosas, and she gave us a glass of ice water, and I was like, oh, ice water. And obviously the whole time I was away, anytime you go for a meal and they give you ice water, but it was just that like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna have this soon. It's stupid because I don't like ice water. It's inconvenient to drink. You know what I mean?
No, I like that. I like my the ice clanging.
On you to eat. Oh no, I've got sensitive teeth. I do it with a straw, but then I feel guilty about the sea turtles. So.
Oh, I've got those metal the metal straws. Yeah, reusable straws. They are quite fantastic. I've got a couple in my car.
Yeah,
that I keep.
Yeah, but it was like really funny when I got in the car yesterday because I had like the AC cranked up, and I was like, ah, it's amazing air conditioning.
You got yours fixed?
No, other car.
Oh.
Well, so we're driving and he like, I'm looking at it, he changes it and he put it up to like 19.5 degrees and then rolled the window down. And he's like, oh, you like it. He's like, you like it cold in here. And I'm like, well, bearing in mind, this is the coolest you're going to be for the next month. Make the most of it. Yeah. I was like, I'm happy because the airplane that I flew back on, the air conditioning unit was broken. So we sat on the runway for like 2 hours waiting for it to be repaired. Wow. Not on the runway. We sat at the gate for 2 hours while they were trying to repair it. And I was like, it's fine. As soon as we get in the air, like at altitude, the air is cold, so we'll be fine anyway. The longer we sit here without air conditioning, the worse it's going to get. The worse it's going to get. Yeah, so I'd rather just go now. But yeah, it was like, I was happy to be in the car with some AC.
Honestly, I've got 2 cars and both the ACs don't work.
Have you not tried to go get either of them tried?
I haven't had time to even go get a charge. And do you know what? Like when you're driving, because you have to have the windows down, it's literally like a hairdryer, or you're in an oven. Because like when you're away, it did hit 40 a couple of times, and I'm like here, there, and everywhere, going through shopping. And like I appreciate it now when I walk into a supermarket and they've got aircon. I'm like,
love it. You like go in the fridge shower, being like,
see your head get a clear out the barbecue and sticking my head just in the freezer just to get a couple of moments, or just pretend I'm looking for a pizza that's really like low.
Low in there.
But yeah, when you got no aircon, oh god! And now I appreciate my house because obviously the walls are like 3 foot thick.
Yeah.
So as soon as you walk in the front door, you're like, oh, It's like an ice box.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's why I kept, like explaining to my friends and stuff. I'm like, no, we don't have air conditioning. However, our house is like a cave.
Yeah.
It's very
Heat wine going all year round.
yeah. But it's
Benefit. Oh, yeah,
certainly a different experience once you're in the luxury of air conditioning all the time,
Yeah. Yeah, but the French hate aircon and anything artificial like that, don't they? Again, I get it. But I think when I see French people walking around, I'm like, oh my God, you're so like used to this heat and nonchalant about it. And there's me going,
But you know what? I think that's why they wear like trousers and long sleeves and sweaters and scarves and stuff until July.
yeah, they do. God,
So like it's in June, it could be like over 30 degrees.
and he's
And when everybody are wearing, yeah. And I think that's why it's like, that's why they look so comfortable when it's really hot, because they've like acclimated, they've had to acclimate to like being too hot, yeah, all their lives.
well, I thought Kat was telling me, oh, yeah, yeah. So my teacher's making me wear my coat, and I'm like, Kat, 32 degrees today. There's no freaking way.
Yeah.
Anyway, you see him, and she's making them put all these kids, their like coats on, and I'm like, my God, yeah, and Kat is like Caribbean, so he can be. Do you know what I mean?
Well, he loves his trousers.
He walks around in 40-degree heat in
Perfectly comfortable.
yeah, and then like, I can't cope.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if it's menopause that I feel I'm burning from the inside out. So I'm internally hot. So that was just like before the cut. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I did the podcast that you're away with Davinia, and the amount of symptoms. Yeah, I then talked to my cousin, and I was like, Joe, what hurt? And she was like, Steph, I went through it. I started at 42. She's like, my teeth hurt. And I was like, what? She's like, my teeth hurt. I had like a numb, like a cold shoulder for, like a numb shoulder for like a really long time. All these weird things. And I was like, oh, so I've got off lightly then. Just roughy. Fantastic. Oh, I bought a cooling pillow. Oh. From Action. Anybody knows? I think Action, but
You're obsessed with Action.
I should go and work at Action.
I think you could be like their sales rep. Like I'll open an Action in your town, no time.
Literally, if Action wanted, I could tell them exactly where to put the shop.
Yeah.
What to stock.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went on this. Oh, and there's another shop called Normal. You ever been to Normal in Ocean in La Couronne? Oh God. So basically, if you're over the age of 40, don't go in there because your whole bank balance will go, and it will all be things that you've seen on social media that you think you need in your life. But I then found, do you know like dermaplaning?
No. Oh, it's like a blade thing that you like scrape.
Yeah. So yeah, where I used to work back in England at an aesthetics clinic, they used to do dermaplaning. It's like harmless. It's actually very good for you.
Yeah,
because it can take all the vellus hair, but they call it peach fuzz.
Yeah, but I like that peach fuzz. It's an important part of my body.
Well, for me, I get rid of
it. It's also the mustache that I need to sort out.
I get rid of it all because then my skin products can actually penetrate my makeup sits better, and I don't like when you have a photo or whatever and it's like fuzzy. I don't like it, so I get rid of it, right? But I've never found the oil that I used to use for like a hydrofacial.
Okay.
Here. Then I saw this product. It's like a dermaplane spray, right? I'll have to do a video of it because I was like, don't ever buy this stuff if you're over 42 because I forgot how much hair on my face. So I sprayed it and I looked like,
and I think about because it like, and it's your face all white with all the hair. Okay.
Every hair,
you're like, takes out and is white. Yeah.
I was like, this is one of those moments when you go, you're too old to be on TikTok.
It's still how many on your face?
No, because I've done it now.
Oh, yeah.
You feel my stuff.
Yeah, my skin is like, but I never saw before that you had hair on you.
Yeah. I'm blonde, so you don't really notice it.
I was like, not like mine. Obviously, you can like actually pull it up and then I'll get back to muscle. Actually,
no. So one of them, so I just go in there. And I'm like, I need some dermaplaning spray. I need some like new blades. What else will come out with like just everything that you don't need.
Yeah. I know impulse control issues.
Okay, so another symptom of ADHD is that you have financial impulse spending, and I do. If ever I go, oh, I feel a bit tired, let's go shopping. I'm terrified of online shopping. I don't do it. I have done in 4.5 years of living here one Amazon shop, and that was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing
Right before I left because you bought
these, like what it might says, and that's the only place that I could actually find them. But I'm terrified of online shopping. I like to go and see it and get inspired and touch it and go, I want to buy it.
Which is also deadly because like online shopping, I'm the type that like fills a basket and then like
forgets the
yeah, or like or comes back like 2 days later and deletes half the stuff in it because it was like, no, you were just like doing that impulse thing. Whereas if I went to a store
and it was in front of you, okay, that's
tricky. It'd be tricky for me.
That's a good idea then. Leave it in your basket and then not impulse buy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I need to get my head around that.
I'm a Jewish window shopper, so you just like set them in there.
That is the title of this podcast, Jewish window shopper.
No, we will never get that through any kind of like toilet or anything.
The window shopper.
The window shopper.
Oh, shopping. Shopping I find out here quite difficult.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Like for clothes and
yeah. I think French bras are very small.
Fucking bras.
I hate bra shopping in England, but French bras I think are very small. But yeah, we had a really plan of what we were going to talk about today, but obviously it's been 3 weeks since we saw Vanessa. And yes, we've just been catching up. But what else is going on? So we've got Copper Cots Gin is having a party.
Are they?
On the 5th of August.
5th?
Mm-hmm.
They will party
Saturday.
I don't know. I was like, man,
I don't ever look at dates anymore.
I've been away too long.
You've been away too long, but they're having a party, so we're going to have to do some announcement about that, because they're going to have their...
Is it the distillery? Or
yeah, at the distillery. So we're going
to do a distillery.
Announce some details for you. Well, we've got all our business cards as well.
Yeah. I've been putting them on. I mean, sorry if I put one in your window, but also thank you for listening.
Well, it's obviously working, Vanessa. You've done incredibly well because we are now in over 20 countries and 154 territories.
I'm really, really busy. I mean, like, I have been busy, but I'm so curious. Like, can somebody in a really obscure country please message us?
Yeah. Russia and Germany, and unless people are on holiday there, I mean, we know who was in Ireland.
Who do you know that goes on holiday to Russia?
I don't know. There was another.
You think it's like a Russian troll farm that's listening?
I don't.
They're like, ooh. let's disseminate this in their bacon.
I just said, yeah, so many random countries.
Yeah.
How did it travel? That I don't know.
I don't know. I love it. I'm just like,
it is like connecting the dots, but you can't.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
ding, 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 ding. And the amount of messages I've had from people that I've never met, or, you know what I mean? They've just gone, oh, we've heard it. You know, we love it. It's great. And we're like, oh, it's great, but thank you.
We're like, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's hard, and especially
I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's all. But yeah, it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre to think that people actually do like the fact that we just talk shit all the time and just no plan, no filter, just conversation, really.
Yeah, I guess so. So speaking of no plan, let's talk about what you do if your purse gets stolen at the supermarket.
I cried.
Barbezieux.
I think I was very hormonal that day, and it was a Monday.
So I leave town.
She left
for a week, and then she gets robbed.
Do you know what? If it was a physical fight, I would have been up for it. If they wrestled me for my purse, I would have had them. And I'd
fucking yeah.
I know. I'd have won.
No, they did like distraction in there. They did that like
annoyed me. They distracted me, and my brain is so easily distracted. It doesn't take a mouse to make me look the other way. And so I'd gone into a supermarket in Barbezieux, and I'd put my card in, and what annoyed me as well is that I had my purse and my mobile phone in my hand, and my handbag was in the boot. So I get there and I'm like, right, I need to get all this stuff, fly around with my trolley, get it, put my card into the machine, put in my PIN number, and I just remember taking my card back out and putting it in my purse. And I had my trolley in front of me and Carter with me, and because it was so hot and he was sweating, so I then was panicking to find him a drink in the trolley of the stuff that I just bought. And all I remember is boifling to get to this bottle of water that was right at the bottom. And then Carter went, Mum, somebody's trying to get past. So I didn't realise my fat ass was blocking the aisle. Not massively, but I must have been in somebody's way. So all I remember is flicking my head round, going, pardon, like, sorry for being in the way, and just moving myself in my trolley and turning. And then I remember this middle-aged woman walking past me. And then I did notice that there was a girl, probably Carter's age, 11, 12, and she did a couple of takes on me, which I noted, but didn't really think anything of. And then I got him his drink, we walked to the car, and I remember lifting up the boot, and then Carter getting in the car, and I'm chucking all the stuff in the boot. And then I remember having my mobile phone in the side pocket of my car door. And then I put my trolley back, and then I thought, oh, where's my purse? And then I thought, so then I'm like, I've left it at the trolley, I'll go back to the trolley. I'm like, then I took everything out of the car.
Yeah, record all. It's like a full panic station.
I never thought for 1 second it had been stolen. I've just thought, I've put it with something and it's got stuff. And I'm like, oh, no, it's not. So I've put everything back in a trolley, gone and got another trolley, put everything back in it, emptied the car, pulled all the seats up. And I'm like, this is really bizarre. And at this point, I hadn't thought it'd been stolen. I just thought, Steffi, then I'm looking on the top of the car. Yeah. And I'm like, but I had my phone and my purse in my left hand. My phone is here.
Yeah.
So my purse I'm looking under the car.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, shit, I think my purse has been stolen. And the dread then kicked in because I was like, it's got my English driving license, all my bank cards, my carte séjour, my carte hotel, everything.
Yeah.
Everything was in this. And I had like €200. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but I was like, I needed that to give to somebody later that day. Obviously not for drugs, but for something else. And I was like my vitamin supplier. And I was like, Carter, this is. And so I got him out and I was like, have a look, mate. Have a look. And I was like, I'm going to go, Max, it's a black purse. And I was like, the seats are black. So I pulled all of those out. And I was like, at this point, I'm so frick. So, oh, man, I reckon it's been stolen. I was like, can't have been. Can't have been. I had it in my hand. And with only his failed down to the heart. Yeah. It can't have been. So he's gone, well, I'll go back. I reckon. I said, maybe I've put it in the, where you get all your shopping and you bung it in your trolley and a bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I must have put it down as I took my card out there to turn around and get his drink. So anyway, he goes back in and he's taken a little while and then comes out and goes, they haven't seen it. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So then we saw two policemen that happened to be walking into Leclerc, and Carter said to them, like, my mum's purse has been stolen. And they came over to me and they did start, bless them, to take like some info. And then they got like an emergency call. So they went, look, sorry, you're going to have to go to the police station and report it. And I was like, okay. At this point, then the dread is kicking in. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
Now everything's, I had to cancel the car.
Yes.
I'm like,
I was like, God. And then we went back into customer services. They said, there's nothing we can do. And Carter's go, well, why can't you look at CCTV then?
Yeah, they should have camera. And he going with Hill.
He was being a little bit obstructive with Carter. And then he was like, but I'm trying to help my mum.
Yeah.
Anyway, we then, and now I left the supermarket without my purse. And I'm like, I felt sick as John. I was like,
course.
Whoa. So I came home and I cancelled all my bank cards and everything. And then the next day I was with one of my friend's daughters and I thought, right, I need to go to the police station, report it to get the crime number, to replace everything.
Yeah.
So I did go back to this supermarket and just say, look, I need to report it as a crime, but I need to just tell you first that's what I'm doing. And they went, here's your purse. Oh. And my heart just dropped.
Oh, he's like, so did you look at the CCTV footage?
No. It's France. They just went, here's your purse.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And they said, like, he did say to me, the same security guard, he did say to me, like, check it and make sure everything's there. And I opened it and I was like, the cash is gone, but all my stuff is there, like everything, all my cards and my identification and everything. And he went, that's life. And I was like, I don't care about the money. because I'd gone back that night with one of my other friends to go and check all the bins to see if somebody that stole it out of your bag had chucked my purse and taken the cash. Like, I needed my cards that bad. And then luckily, literally, he just walked in and gave me my purse, and I was like, my, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
And then obviously I then had to go back to my bank and go, oh, found the card, like, got my card back. And they went, yeah, no, you still, it's like cancelled. And I was like, okay, send me a new card as long as it's the same pin. So, but little things that these assholes that take your purse don't think about. It's like, then I needed fuel.
Yeah.
And I was like, so now I can't use my card because I don't have one because it's been cancelled.
Yeah.
And I didn't have enough fuel to get to Chalet. My fault, because I should be more prepared. But
prepared to have your purse. You know, yeah, you had to go to Barbie's. You had to go, and I went from Barbie's.
Yeah, and I was like, without a card to be able to get the fuel.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my God, it's the knock-on effect from somebody just taking your cards as an arsehole. And then they said, same pin, but it turned out I went to go and use my card, and it was like, nope. I was like, so you are going to send me a new pin, and just I have to wait another week for that.
Yeah,
right. So yeah, luckily I managed to, like, borrow some fuel from my neighbour. You know what I mean? But then I realised, like, when that happens, how lucky I am to have the network that I have, because it was like, okay, this has happened, but right, okay, here's fuel. If you need any cash, let me know to go get you fuel, but whatever. Like, my whole network came together, and I was going to be fine. Even if they had taken all my cards, I would have been fine. But in those moments, especially because you're in a foreign country, it's like, shit, well, what's in region here? And I was, even when Carter's basically fluent, but he was telling them, and then they were looking at me for answers. I'm like, God, what's the word? Because I was so mad, I couldn't find the words. And so, yeah, it was a massive learning curve for me to go, Steph, stop, slow down.
Yeah.
Next time, take the freaking handbag.
Yeah.
Don't be such in a rush to get to B when you haven't even finished A yet. You know what I mean? Again, shit happens all day, every day. And it's like, don't care about the money, just need my cars back. And these arseholes that take people's purses. And I think where it was like, let's say 8:40 that day, it made it even more.
Well, and like, you get more hot-headed, don't you? Like, it's like a well-documented thing. It's like, when it's hot, people get angrier easier. They, like, fight more often. Like, there's all these things. So, like, just your reaction alone.
And I remember driving home crying, and the sun, like, my plane, and the wind, the heat, it's like a scene from a sad
hairdryer. The hairdryer blasting your face and
the tears would just go like this. The cars driving, looking at me. Is it my fault? I was like, no, it's not your fault. It's just life. Sad movie.
Oh man.
So yeah, that happened. But that's fine. There was another, I got invited to quite a few parties on one evening. What? I know. So, like, one of them was on the commune, State Ballier commune thing.
Yeah.
I mean, cards were a part of, and I'd been invited to a couple of parties before that. And then the date came out of the party, and I was like, oh my God, why has anything had me on the same date? So I actually managed to go to, like, lots of different stops along the way, but the community one was lovely. It was everybody. It would look so cute because they had, like, all the long tables out with the flowers and the benches and very bunching, so French, so quaint. And Natalie, obviously, was singing in, so I got to listen to a song before I had to fly off to the next one. Yeah, so all the chefs were there doing all their, like, barbecues.
Yeah,
local wine, local cheeses. Yeah, it was wonderful for about half an hour I was there. And then I had to fly to the next one.
Oh, right. Okay. And you're like, I'm so popular. I've got many parties.
Too many parties. I was
same day. That's all we really need to ramble on about for this week's episode.
It's been emotional. It feel emotional. I haven't seen Vanessa for like 3 weeks. She's probably loved her life.
It's different. It's just different. Okay. It's different. I've been doing a lot of socializing. I've been spending a lot of time with babies. Which are so cute. Oh my God, all my friends have these really cute little babies. And little children. But I'm like so happy to be back.
Yeah.
And just looking after my dad.
I think you're so cute. My dad too. My dad, your dad, had been out there chin wagging. I'm like, mate, you're meant to be going to Patalk now.
Yeah.
Drive.
My dad's like, he keeps being like, so how old's Steve? Oh, what's he into? And I was like, I don't know. My dad's not gay.
No, they don't have to be lesbians. Like gay lovers, they could just come out and pull. Oh, I say,
My dad got no, you'll pull. Yeah.
for like
Ever.
60 years.
I was like, yeah, let's just imagine they're just gonna be bros. It's like a little bromance blooming. But my dad's like all curious because we've talked about your dad, but he's never been on the podcast. So
No,
he's like, are you gonna have daddy?
Otherwise, it would be weird if I did.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you can do that interview.
Yeah.
That'll be good for you.
But yeah, so we are super happy that you listened to this episode of Pardon Your French podcast.
Yeah.
If you are still enjoying after this really long, convoluted episode,
Then you're very patient.
yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on any and all of our social medias, YouTube, and you can find us wherever you like to listen to your podcast streams.
Yeah, we're there. Just search at Pardon Your French podcast. Thank you again for listening or watching, whatever you are doing. Share, and thank you for all the love and support as always. We really do appreciate you.
Yeah.
And we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you soon. Bye.
Bye.